New $8,000 pickup trucks, finally for sale in 2026. That's right, pickup trucks that cost less than some used cars are finally hitting the market, and they're about to turn the industry upside down. For years, buyers have been frustrated with skyrocketing truck prices. A basic full-size pickup today can cost $50,000 or more, and even compact trucks have drifted into luxury territory. But 2026 is shaping up to be a game changer, with automakers rolling out brand new pickups at prices starting around just $8,000. And we're not talking about stripped-down, unsafe boxes on wheels. These are fully capable workhorses designed for the everyday driver, small businesses, and markets tired of inflated prices. The first contender is none other than Mazda. Yes, Mazda is finally returning to the affordable pickup game with a small, budget-friendly truck that brings back the spirit of the old B-Series but with modern updates. This Mazda pickup is designed for emerging markets, but at this price point, it could easily attract massive attention worldwide. The truck focuses on practicality, fuel efficiency, and simple reliability rather than bloated luxury. Imagine a lightweight chassis, a no-nonsense interior, and enough power to haul gear, do daily commutes, and even handle small business duties. Next up is Chevrolet, and they've pulled something bold with the Montana pickup. This compact truck has been a hit in South America, but now GM is gearing up to push it further, and in 2026, it's finally coming to more markets at a price that's jaw-dropping. The Montana is essentially Chevy's answer to customers who say, "I want a pickup, but I don't need a massive Silverado." For around $8,000, you're getting a functional bed, compact dimensions perfect for cities, and Chevrolet's trusted engineering. While it's not going to tow 10,000 pounds, the Montana is built for real-world use. Delivery drivers, tradesmen, students, and families who need the utility of a truck but can't afford the sky-high prices of bigger models. GM knows affordability is the new battlefield, and the Montana could be the surprise hit that reshapes Chevy's global truck lineup. And then, we get to the one that could shock the entire market, the Toyota IMV0 pickup. Toyota is building this truck with a completely modular philosophy. It's rugged, simple, and designed to be easily customized for every possible use: farm work, city delivery, even off-road adventure. And here's the kicker. Toyota plans to price it around $8,000 to $10,000 in many markets, making it one of the cheapest brand new trucks the world has seen in decades. This truck is built on Toyota's proven IMV platform, the same foundation behind the Hilux, which is legendary for durability. With a boxy utilitarian design, this isn't about flashy styling. It's about toughness and value. Toyota knows the global demand for affordable, durable trucks is enormous, and the IMV0 could become the new Hilux for a generation that just can't pay $40,000 for a pickup. Each of these trucks isn't just about price, they're about philosophy. Automakers finally realize that not everyone wants a leather-lined, touchscreen-heavy luxury barge on wheels. Many buyers just need a tool, an honest, reliable truck that can move people and cargo without draining their wallet. Let's break down why these three trucks, starting under $8,000, are such a massive threat to the status quo. Mazda's affordable pickup is targeting the underserved buyers who have been completely ignored by the modern truck market. The design is intentionally minimal: fewer electronics, a straightforward cabin, and easy-to-maintain parts. Think about farmers in rural towns, delivery workers, or even young drivers who want their first pickup without being buried in debt. Mazda has built a reputation for reliable, fuel-efficient vehicles, and by stripping away the excess, they've built a truck that appeals to pure practicality. This could also spark a trend where we see compact trucks being embraced again, something that disappeared in markets like the US as everything got bigger and more expensive. Chevrolet's Montana pickup plays a slightly different role. This truck is made for urban drivers who still want the versatility of a bed but don't want to deal with a full-size truck. It's perfect for small businesses, plumbers, landscapers, local shop owners, who need an affordable work companion. The Montana is also likely to come with small, efficient engines that keep fuel costs low, which matters more than ever as gas prices fluctuate. And here's where Chevy gains an edge. If they decide to bring the Montana to North America, it would instantly undercut rivals like the Ford Maverick and Hyundai Santa Cruz, which have both crept into the $25,000 to $30,000 range. The Montana's $8,000 to $10,000 price point would be disruptive enough to pull buyers away from crossovers and sedans entirely. Then we circle back to Toyota's IMV0, which is honestly in a league of its own. This truck isn't just cheap, it's transformational. Toyota has designed it to be modular, meaning businesses can swap out the rear body for different uses. One day it's a delivery van, the next it's a flatbed, and another version could be fitted for off-road adventure. That flexibility, combined with Toyota's bulletproof reliability, means the IMV0 could dominate developing markets while also appealing to budget-conscious buyers in established ones. And here's the key. Toyota's brand loyalty is unmatched. If people can get a brand new Toyota pickup for less than the price of a mid-range motorcycle, you better believe they'll line up for it. And that's exactly where the real disruption comes in. Because if Mazda, Chevrolet, and Toyota are rolling out trucks at or near $8,000, the big players like Ford, Ram, and even Nissan suddenly look out of touch. For years, these companies have been locked in an arms race. Bigger engines, more screens, luxury interiors, while prices skyrocketed out of reach for the average worker. The arrival of these ultra-affordable trucks forces the question, how long can Ford keep asking $35,000 for a base Maverick? Or Ram keep selling half-ton pickups that push $60,000? Customers will start comparing not just features but value, and in that fight, the $8,000 trucks win every single time. Ford in particular is in a dangerous spot. The Maverick was supposed to be their cheap pickup, but even that has moved far beyond what ordinary buyers can afford. If the Chevrolet Montana or Toyota IMV0 lands in North America at less than half the Maverick's price, Ford's entire compact truck strategy collapses. And for Ram, which has no real compact truck option in many markets, the danger is even bigger. They could get completely left behind while rivals eat up the entry-level truck segment. And we can't forget about the wave of Chinese automakers either. Brands like BYD, Great Wall Motors, and Changan are already flooding markets with low-cost EVs and trucks. They've been playing the affordability game for years. If Toyota, Mazda, and Chevy are jumping into the sub-$10,000 pickup arena, you can bet China won't sit back. They'll double down with even cheaper models, possibly electric, and push into markets that have been begging for affordable utility vehicles. This shift also means dealerships are about to face a reckoning. For decades, trucks have been the most profitable vehicles on dealer lots. But if buyers suddenly flock to these $8,000 options, profit margins shrink. That could force automakers to rethink their entire pricing structure, not just for trucks, but for their whole lineup. The biggest winners in this new $8,000 pickup era are going to be the buyers who have been locked out of the truck market for years. Small business owners who couldn't afford a $40,000 work truck can now buy 2 or 3 budget pickups for the same price, instantly expanding their operations. Rural families who relied on old second-hand trucks can finally upgrade to something brand new without taking on crushing debt. Even first-time drivers who always dreamed of owning a pickup will suddenly find it possible, because the entry point isn't a used beater with 200,000 miles. It's a fresh, factory-built truck under warranty. Think about delivery drivers, construction workers, and farmers in developing countries. For them, these trucks aren't just vehicles. They're tools that keep their livelihoods running. When a brand like Toyota offers the IMV0 for under $10,000, it changes the economics of entire communities. Businesses can grow faster, families can move goods more efficiently, and local economies benefit from increased mobility. And that's not even considering the global used truck market. These new models are going to crash used prices because why would anyone buy a 10-year-old pickup for $12,000 when a brand new one costs less? Mazda's entry especially appeals to people who need reliability on a budget. Its small size and efficient engine will make it cheap to own and operate, perfect for tight urban environments or rural roads where fuel costs are a big concern. The Chevrolet Montana is going to pull in buyers who want the balance of practicality and city-friendly size. And Toyota's IMV0 will attract the broadest range, from hardcore off-roaders who want a cheap adventure rig, to governments and NGOs who need fleets of durable trucks for tough conditions. The ripple effects across the auto industry will be massive. High-margin luxury trucks may start sitting unsold, while these budget pickups fly off lots. Automakers who ignored the low-cost market will scramble to play catch-up, but by then, Mazda, Chevy, and Toyota may already own the segment. And once buyers get used to the idea that trucks don't need to cost as much as a house down payment, it's going to be hard for the industry to ever go back. And here's where things get even more interesting, because this $8,000 truck revolution doesn't just put pressure on traditional gas-powered pickups, it also casts a long shadow over the EV truck market. Right now, Electric pickups like the Tesla Cybertruck, Rivian R1T, and even Ford's F-150 Lightning are positioned as futuristic, high-tech machines. But they also come with futuristic price tags, often starting at $50,000 and climbing into six figures. When buyers realize they can get a brand new Toyota IMV0 or Chevy Montana for a fraction of that cost, a lot of people are going to start asking whether the EV truck hype was really worth it. Tesla in particular should be worried. The Cybertruck was supposed to be the disruptor, the truck that flipped the market upside down. But instead of being the affordable game-changer Elon Musk once promised, it became a luxury toy for the wealthy. Now, Toyota, Mazda, and Chevy are showing what real disruption looks like. Vehicles built for normal people at prices anyone can reach. And Rivian, with its adventure-focused R1T, faces the same problem. Their trucks are amazing, but who's going to spend $70,000 on an electric lifestyle truck when they can buy 7 budget pickups for the same price? And it's not just about sticker shock, it's about access. In many regions around the world, the charging infrastructure for EV trucks is still non-existent. Means people in rural areas, developing countries, or off-grid regions don't care how cool an EV pickup looks if they can't charge it. Gas-powered trucks like the IMV0 can be filled up anywhere, maintained easily, and repaired cheaply. This gives them a huge advantage over expensive EVs that require complicated tech support and specialized parts. Here's the twist. These $8,000 trucks could indirectly accelerate the EV revolution in a different way. If they flood the market and reset buyer expectations, electric automakers may have no choice but to figure out how to build affordable EV pickups too. And once that happens, the real battle begins. Not over luxury trucks, but over who can make the first truly budget EV pickup that competes with Toyota, Mazda, and Chevy on price. Governments are going to have a massive role in how this $8,000 pickup wave reshapes the auto industry. For years, policymakers have been pushing automakers toward electrification with tax credits, emissions regulations, and subsidies. But the arrival of ultra-affordable trucks creates a dilemma. On one hand, they make transportation accessible to millions of people who couldn't afford new vehicles before. On the other hand, many of these trucks run on small gas or diesel engines, which could clash with ambitious climate goals. That tension means governments will have to decide. Do they support affordability and economic growth? Or do they double down on expensive EV mandates that may push these trucks out of key markets? Trade policies will be another battleground. Imagine the Toyota IMV0 flooding into markets at $8,000. Local automakers in places like India, Africa, and even North America won't stand a chance unless tariffs or import limits are imposed. Some countries may embrace these trucks as tools for economic mobility, while others could slap heavy taxes on them to protect domestic brands. Either way, global trade flows are going to shift. Automakers who have been focusing on high-margin trucks for the US may suddenly need to rethink their supply chains and production strategies to stay competitive. And this isn't just about protecting markets. It's also about influence. Japan with Toyota and the US with Chevy could use these affordable trucks as tools of soft power, strengthening ties with developing nations by giving them access to cheap, reliable vehicles. At the same time, China is not going to stand by quietly. Chinese automakers could easily undercut even Toyota and Mazda by leveraging their low-cost manufacturing and EV technology. That means the $8,000 pickup wars could quickly turn into a global competition between Japan, the US, and China for dominance in one of the most important vehicle segments of the next decade. And here's the wild card. How will legacy truck giants like Ford, Ram, and Nissan respond when their business model of high-margin trucks is directly threatened? They can't just sit on the sidelines while Toyota, Mazda, and Chevy redefine the market. If they don't answer with their own budget-friendly offerings, they risk losing an entire generation of buyers who will never even consider their overpriced models. Consumer expectations are about to be rewritten from the ground up. For decades, automakers conditioned buyers to believe that a truck had to be loaded with features: huge infotainment screens, premium interiors, driver assist tech, to be worth buying. But these $8,000 pickups shatter that illusion. They prove that people don't actually need 20-inch wheels or massaging seats to get real utility out of a truck. What buyers truly care about is durability, affordability, and practicality. Once customers experience that, it'll be nearly impossible to convince them that spending $50,000 on a truck with extras is a smart move. Mazda, Chevrolet, and Toyota are setting a new baseline. A truck doesn't have to be fancy, but it should be dependable, easy to maintain, and cheap to run. That's going to pressure competitors to rethink design philosophies. Instead of asking, how do we add more tech to justify a higher price? Automakers will start asking, how do we strip this down and still make it useful? That shift could bring about a new golden era of simplicity in the truck market, where vehicles are built to last rather than to impress. We could also see a cultural change. Right now, many truck ads focus on toughness, size, and lifestyle branding. But when $8,000 trucks take over, the narrative could pivot back to practicality. This truck gets the job done, and it doesn't bankrupt you. That's a message that resonates deeply in today's economy, where buyers are tired of sky-high car payments and inflated insurance costs. These budget pickups deliver something far more powerful than flashy features: peace of mind. Even the used car market will feel the shockwaves. Why would anyone pay $20,000 for a 5-year-old mid-sized truck when a brand new one costs $8,000? Used truck values could collapse, forcing dealers and private sellers to slash prices across the board. And as affordability expectations spread, buyers will start demanding lower prices across all segments: SUVs, sedans, even EVs. The ripple effect could trigger a full-blown pricing reset throughout the auto industry. That's where the real genius of these $8,000 pickups comes in. Automakers don't need to make huge profits on the base truck itself. Instead, they can monetize through accessories, modular add-ons, and service networks. Think of it like the smartphone model. You buy the device cheap, then spend money over time on apps, cases, and upgrades. The same could happen with these trucks. Take Toyota's IMV0, for example. The whole design is modular, meaning you could buy the base pickup for around $8,000, then add attachments depending on your needs. A delivery company might pay extra for a closed cargo box. A farmer could swap in a flatbed. An off-road enthusiast could bolt on rugged bumpers, roof racks, or even a camper setup. Instead of charging one high price up front, Toyota can build a long-term revenue stream from customers who personalize their trucks. Chevrolet could follow a similar path with the Montana. Imagine a low-cost base truck, but with optional tech packs, like infotainment upgrades, connectivity bundles, or advanced safety features that buyers can add later if they want. This approach keeps the entry price attractive while giving GM a chance to upsell without alienating budget-conscious customers. Mazda's pickup could also play into the service-friendly model. By designing the truck with easy-to-replace parts and low-cost maintenance, Mazda dealerships and partner garages could see steady business from repairs, upgrades, and support. It's not about one big sale, but about creating a loyal ecosystem where owners keep coming back for service and accessories. And here's the kicker: this approach actually matches what buyers want. Many people would rather start with a cheap, simple truck and then build it up as their budget allows. They don't want to be forced into a $40,000 purchase filled with features they don't need. By giving customers control, these automakers are not just selling trucks, they're selling flexibility. The aftermarket industry is going to explode once these $8,000 pickups hit the streets. Third-party companies thrive whenever a new, affordable platform gains popularity, and with millions of buyers likely to jump on these trucks, the opportunity is massive. Just like we've seen with vehicles like the Jeep Wrangler or Toyota Hilux, entire businesses could pop up around customizing and upgrading these budget pickups. Picture this: off-road kits for the Toyota IMV0 that turn it into a budget adventure rig. Roof tents, snorkels, skid plates, and lighting setups sold at half the price of premium off-road gear, making rugged adventures accessible to people who never thought they could afford them. For the Chevy Montana, aftermarket companies could create bed extenders, tool racks, and compact camper shells perfect for city workers or weekend travelers. And for Mazda's pickup, lightweight performance add-ons like suspension kits, Cargo organizers, or even fuel economy mods could make it a cult favorite among DIY tinkerers. But it's not just about accessories. Think of the tech side. Companies could design affordable plug-and-play infotainment systems, solar charging add-ons for auxiliary batteries, or even EV conversion kits down the line.